Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Voice Commentary. Yeah, I know, I'm in a very different location compared to previous times, but I'm on the go today and I have things to do. So this is my location for the time being, at least for a couple of hours. But prior to going into the title of this video, I'm kindly asking all viewers to have a look at this article in the Gleaner today, done by Oil Tracy, capitalizing on a golden opportunity. It's regarding the announcement that came last week Tuesday that Jamaica was going to host 2 games in the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup. He touched on some very vital points, not only for the JFF, but also Tapa and his crew as well in order to execute this. Jamaica has been given a lot of opportunities in terms of hosting tournaments, and this could be a catalyst for us if we can be able to put on a good show in these 2 games, get the fans, and really show our warm hospitality in Jamaica. So, that being said, I'm not sure if you all picked it up, but last week, well, you could say the week before last, so 2 weeks ago, President of CONCACAF, Victor Montagliani, said a very interesting thing at the CONCACAF Nations League draw. If you listen to the end of his speech, which you can because it's on CONCACAF's YouTube channel, because they did a streaming of it, what you can hear is that he says CONCACAF will be looking to book all 8 spots for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 8 spots! Now, here's the thing. This is new to a lot of people. 8 spots. Because if you look up you could say, the slot allocation that FIFA outlined as a provisional list in 2018, it's different from what Mr. Montagliani said a couple of weeks ago. As it stands, FIFA is planning for that 48-team World Cup in 2026. They have 8 teams for the Asian Confederation, 9 teams for Africa, 6 teams for CONCACAF, 6 teams for CONMEBOL, 1 team for Oceania, and 16 teams for Europe. Yeah. And then you might be saying, well, Simon, that's only 46 places. What about the other 2? The other 2 will be determined through an intercontinental playoff between, the 6 confederations. That's how the playoff will be. The playoff will be like a tournament. It will involve 6 teams and it will be held to decide the last 2 World Cup spots. Consists of 1 team from each confederation except for UEFA and 1 additional team from the confederation of the host nations. So that is CONCACAF. So we could be looking at 9 spots at the World Cup in 2026. 2 of the teams will be seeded based on the FIFA rankings, and the seeded teams will play for a FIFA World Cup berth against the winners of the first 2 knockout games involving the 4 unseeded teams. The tournament is to be played in 1 or more of the host countries and to be used as a test event for the World Cup. The qualifiers, the playoffs, will be done on North American soil. The existing playoff window right now is November 2025. That has been suggested for, the playoffs for the qualifiers. 8 to potentially 9 spots for the CONCACAF region. And this is just baffles me because, all right, let's say it's 9 spots. Is it going to be 9 in inclusive of USA, Canada, Mexico? Or do you take out the 3 and then you're left with 6? USA, Canada, Mexico. That is 3 teams right there, right? And then plus 8. Well, plus 5, because 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 spots. Let's look at it. Costa Rica will be there and thereabouts. Honduras, Panama. Now, it's a fight now for the Caribbean for those other 2 spots. Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, Curacao, El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, and Belize, I would say, are the 8 teams that will be fighting for those 2 spots. I don't think Belize will be able to make it. I don't think Nicaragua will be able to make it. So we're down to 6. I don't think Trinidad is going to make it, so that makes it down to 5. I don't think Guatemala is going to make it, so that brings it down to 4. So we're left with Jamaica, Haiti, Curacao, El Salvador. El Salvador and Jamaica? Could be. The point that I'm trying to make is that 8 spots for CONCACAF. If Jamaica can't make the 2026 World Cup, it's just been laid out on a platter for us. Of course, we can't take any team lightly in this region. You have to play your best and you can't underestimate teams. But there's no bigger chance than us for this moment. This is our moment to make an impression. And the World Cup is in our backyard. USA, Canada, Mexico. 2 of those 3 countries has a huge Jamaican diaspora. In fact, there's even Jamaicans in Mexico. There's a Mexican that went to the 2002 FIFA World Cup in Japan and South Korea, and he was born to Jamaican parents. His name is Melvin Brown. You can look him up. He's a centre half. Jamaicans are everywhere. And if we're able to get to the World Cup, Jamaica is automatically everybody's second favorite team. Can you imagine Jamaica walking out, playing in Miami, New York, LA, Toronto, Vancouver, Mexico City? The sea of black, green, and gold all around those stadiums. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. 2026. It's 7 years away, but we can make small preparations from now. I know you might be saying, well, Simon, what's going to happen to 2022? I'm being very candid when I say this. If it remains a 32-team event, it's going to be difficult to qualify because of our seedings in the CONCACAF Nations League. We're in League B now, and the draw, which will be done in July, will be using our results from that into the CONCACAF Nations League. So we may very well end up drawing Costa Rica and Panama in a group stage of World Cup qualifying again. I guess we'll just have to do it the hard way, huh? I guess we're just gonna have to do it the hard way. King Kosa III in the comments says, Jamaica better qualifying for 2022 because 2026 will be more competitive. Yes, it will be more competitive, but 2022, we're talking about less spots. And I do expect USA and Mexico to take back those spots. Costa Rica and Panama is going to fight. And then you talk about the intercontinental playoff with Venezuela, Ecuador, or Uruguay, or if we end up playing against an Asian team or New Zealand. It's still a difficult task, still going to be a challenge. My point is 2022 is not a bigger occasion than 2026. But honestly, yeah, do have a look at the Gleaner today. Wonderful article as well. Reggae Girlz doing great things as well. Objectives met. They drew 1-1 with South Africa yesterday, and they have 2 more friendly matches ahead of the World Cup. They're going to play Panama in Jamaica, and then they're going to play Scotland in Scotland. Hopefully, I get to see stadium. And a wonderful article as well done by my colleague Kayla Webb. Jody Brown gives back. As you know, she's in Florida right now on a scholarship, so she was the recipient of the RGR Youth Award, but she couldn't accept the funds because of the scholarship criteria. So she gave it back to Limehall Primary and the St. Anne Football Association, a lovely gesture. From her, hopefully those 2 bodies will be able to use it efficiently and get the best out of what they spent. King Kosa III in the comments says, we need to scout more overseas players for the team. Why is Tapa not getting on that? Also, do you think Tapa is the best choice? Giovanni Da Silva, I need the Reggae boys to stop trying and to do it. I mean, look at our Reggae Girlz. They're performing tremendously. Look at their match yesterday between South Africa. You know, Giovanni and King Kosa, the Reggae Girlz have been together much longer. Hugh Menzies and his crew has got this group together since the start of the qualification cycle, and he's kept generally the same core. He's made a few additions to the squad and recalled a few players, but generally speaking, from the start of the qualifiers in Haiti, the Caribbean final round in Jamaica, and the CONCACAF final round in the United States, he's kept basically the same core together, and that is where they've been able to gel well together. He's tinkered a bit with the formation, but other than that, they've been doing great, and that's something that we're missing with us. I mean, do we have to go down this route again? One day we call up this player, and then 3 months down the road, a new player's in the pool, and that old player is not called up again. So it's just a lot of changes. I mean, how can you expect to get results if you're not cohesive? In a one-off game, it can work, but in a tournament setting, Nations League, Gold Cup, World Cup qualifying, World Cup, Copa America, it's difficult to speak about. Really difficult to speak about. It's a matter of just hoping that the team can be able to improve. There is a pending friendly international against the United States to come. The General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation, Dalton Wayne, says talks are still ongoing, even though the United States Soccer Federation have announced that this game is confirmed, well, likely to happen. So it's still left to be seen if this will be done quite adequately and if things will fall into place. So we'll wait to see what will happen there. Why is Tapa not getting on that? King Kosa III. He prefers local players, simply put. Do I think Tapa is the best choice? So, King Kosa III. How do I put this? For now, certainly. He's the man that we're going to have to back, and the Gold Cup will tell us a lot. If we're able to replicate what we did in 2015 and 2017, then that would be amazing. But as you know, it's going to be much more difficult. Mexico is going to bring their strongest team. Canada is going to bring their strongest team. USA is going to be enforcing as well, because Mexico is not in Copa America this year. So you know what that means. That's pretty much that where that is concerned. But yeah, Coach Whitmore. Let's get behind him. Let's get behind Coach Whitmore. Results, especially the El Salvador game and the Costa Rica game, have not been well, but one thing that I admire about Tapa is that regardless of the opposition, he may not care how they play or their strengths. He's going to play his way and focus on what we can do as a team. Now, that inspires confidence in the team to not worry about what they bring. Of course, you need to do your research and to say, well, you know, they're strong on the right-hand side, so you need to neutralize this threat. And, oh, they're good from crosses as well, so we need to be agile going in the air. But I admire the approach that he has taken in that respect in terms of ensuring that the players are aware of their ability and whoever they play, whether it's Brazil or St. Lucia, that they go out there and deliver because they can play to the best of their abilities. And we've seen that with Tapa. We beat the United States for the first time ever at the senior level with 2 overseas-based players, Adrian Mariappa and Naira Noseworthy. Yeah. 2 free kicks, but yeah, 2 dead balls, yeah. It's amazing. Every time we beat the United States, it's from dead ball opportunities. It's a trend. Yeah, I'm serious. Seriously. Look at it. 2012, 2 free kicks. 2015, a throw-in and a free kick. Yeah. Under 17 level, we beat them twice. Penalty in 2015 to win them with Andrew Edwards, and in 2007, penalty to beat them 3-2 with Debo Orgil, the skipper of that team. Yeah. Well, my. Time flies. Reggae Boys fans, really appreciate the views. Keep them coming. feel free to please tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your uncle, tell your auntie, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your nephew, tell your wife, tell your husband, tell your uncle, tell everybody, tell your in-laws, tell your friends, tell your enemies. Yeah. Reggae Boys against the United States pending a friendly international, but we'll see how that goes. June 17, 2019. Mark that date in your calendar. June 17, 2019. Mark that date in your calendar. Jamaica against another opposition in the Gold Cup. And finally, the draw for the 2019 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup will be done on Wednesday. All right, Reggae Boys fans, thank you very much for tuning into this live stream. Really appreciate it. King Coast of the Third says, we need clinical strikers and good attacking midfielders. All right, so you know what? Since everyone has been asking me what is my ideal 11, let me just name some players that I personally would like to see. I guess that makes sense. I think goalkeeping positions are good, but if I was to bring in somebody to add to the pool, it would be Jamal Blackman. Jamal Blackman, as you know, the former Chelsea youth player. He's quite a tall player, 6 feet 6 inches tall, from Croydon in South London. 25 years of age, will be 26 in October. Chelsea loaned him out. He's currently with, well, the last time he went on loan, he was with Leeds United, so he's recovering from injury right now, but that's the player that I would love to bring into our pool. That's the player that I would like to involve in our pool. Right back, Danny Simpson is 32 now. I'll work with Alvas Powell or Mario Powell. Left back, Kemar Taxi Lawrence is the man. Centre halves. Is there a centre half? Yeah. I'm going to tell you his name. Andre Wisdom or Kyle Bartley, one of the two. In the attacking positions, Scott Sinclair, Celtic. That's the man I would bring in. You need a man with confidence, regardless if he can score the ball with his head, his foot, his toe, his eye, his ears. You just need a man that can put the ball in the back of the net, and he can do that consistently for us. Midfield. Rohan Ince, holding midfielder. And yeah, no, that's what I have. Our Reggae Boys fans, thank you very much for tuning into my stream. Really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary and to give me a big thumbs up. All right, cool.